Hello, welcome, and welcome back to Gear Up, a Marnie on the Move podcast and On the Move Media Co. production and series. I'm your host, Marnie Salop. Today, I'm talking about the Suunto Race S and the Suunto Peak Pro 9. If you're new here, Gear Up is a series where I, Marnie Salop, review and recommend all kinds of products and gear from the worlds of running, triathlon, cycling, and wellness. All the things I love, mostly the things I use. I am a recreational runner, an age group triathlete, an avid and passionate cyclist, and a wellness biohacker. You should know I am a heel striker, a middle of the pack athlete, mostly out here doing races, having fun, enjoying the view, taking in the sights. I've been at this for over 2 decades. I have done 25 plus 13.1. I've done 14 plus 70.3 triathlon, 1 marathon, and 1 century. I have signed up for many marathons, but I've never actually made it for some reason. And the life of a runner. Today, I'm talking about Suunto watches, the Peak Pro 9 and the Race S. Over the past year, I've been testing out both of these watches, and actually totally new for me to dial into the world of Suunto. I've been wearing Garmin for over 2 decades. Huge learning curve, but also these watches are amazing. This is the Suunto Race S. Look at how thin it is and the incredible design. And this is the Peak Pro 9. Check this out. I absolutely love the design of these watches. They are super sleek, really modern, very light, and yes, they have a long battery life. Very excited to get into the tech specs with you, but I'm just going to share my experience with them. Definitely a learning curve coming from the world of Garmin. Full disclosure, Suunto sent me these watches for review. They are not paying me for the review, nor have they seen this review before you have. I'm just putting it up now. You're the first ones to see it. I really love the Suunto watches. Do not look like sports watches. And they are so incredible in terms of functionality and super light. I feel like the Suunto watches sit somewhere between Apple and Garmin. Like, they're super chic and great design like Apple. They have the functionality and great battery life. So this is really my first sort of like getting out of Garmin mode. I also really like the Suunto app, which communicates with Training Peaks and all the other things that I use. So as I mentioned, I've been in the Garmin ecosphere for now over 2 decades. So there's definitely a learning curve for me, but there are 95 plus sports available in the Suunto watch. I've never seen a watch with that many sports available. Also, it has a touch screen. Very cool. I think the reason that I really haven't gone out of the Garmin ecosystem is because they also make bike computers, so it's kind of like hard to have like one kind of watch and one kind of bike computer and syncing everything up. But for the purpose of testing, I really want Suunto to make a bike computer. As a triathlete, one of the most important features for me is to be able to navigate on race day on my watch between transition 1 and transition 2 and the sports in between. I often mess this up in the heat of the moment and end up just using my bike computer and then resetting my watch on the run. Literally 14 plus 70.3s. Not everyone, but over the years, this has happened to me many times because you're just so busy in transition getting ready that I often hit the wrong button. Same person that doesn't charge their headphones. So I've taken both Suunto watches out on runs, on rides, into the pool, and it's performed great. I've even tested out the triathlon button and pretended I was racing. I think for me, just the learning curve. It's like I'm used to the Garmin that has 5 buttons and this has 3 on one side. So I think once I kind of work my way around that, I'll be more comfortable wearing this on race day. But definitely an awesome watch. I've taken both of these watches to the pool, out on a run, out on the bike, and overall, I think they're pretty awesome. I just wish they'd make a bike computer. But seriously, what's your go-to watch? What do you run in, bike in, swim in, or generally wear? And hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you already wear a Suunto. All right, let's get into the tech specs. I'm going to start with the bells and whistles. Let's start with the Suunto Race S. The Suunto Race S is available in stainless steel and titanium. The stainless steel is $349 and the titanium is $469. All right, let's talk display and design. The Race S has a high definition AMOLED screen for sharp visibility, even in bright sunlight. Free offline maps for navigation if you don't have your phone, a sleek, compact design for a comfortable fit, crown, button, and touchscreen inspired by the original Suunto Race, and customizable sports screens, race pace apps, and race route guidance. The battery life is epic, up to 30 hours in performance mode. Again, for someone who always forgets to charge their stuff, awesome. Up to 120 hours in tour mode, which is lower GPS accuracy and heart rate off. So if you're just wearing it as like an everyday watch. Key features on the Suunto Race S are advanced training metrics to track and improve performance, 95 plus sports modes. Unbelievable. Anything you could think of. It also measures HRV for heart rate variability and stress recovery. There's continuous activity tracking, including sleep, HRV, and stress monitoring. The watch has a compass in case you get lost, and you can control your music directly from the watch. Some of the sports specific features that I love about this watch, especially for running, are they have running pace tracking, Suunto fused speed for accurate pace measurement, snap to route feature, running power from the wrist or with a stride sensor, Suunto Plus Ghost Runner for pacing assistance, which is super cool, automatic foot pod calibration, a real-time lap table, and interval guidance, of course, when it comes to pace, heart rate, or cadence. For cycling, a few of the great features offered by the Suunto Race S: real-time speed and average speed tracking. It supports Bluetooth, so you can sync it up with your speed and cadence or your power meter, whatever you're looking to kind of connect. Also, of course, for cycling, you get to see your power, your average or your max power, all features that are standard for any kind of cycling watch. It shows you your lap and your lap pacing or your max lap time. Also, your real-time lap table and interval guidance based on power, speed, or heart rate. Your choice. Personally, on the bike, it's power, but also good to kind of bounce that back and forth with heart rate. All right, last up, in the pool. Swimming. The Suunto Race Pro does not disappoint. The watch shows your pool swim pace and distance tracking, your open water swim distance tracking. That is great in open water, and these have amazing GPS, so that's a major added value. One of my favorite features is that this watch can read your heart rate while you're swimming. And that is something that usually you have to wear a heart rate monitor, but this watch actually can tell your heart rate and report it back when you wrap up your workout and upload it into the app. So that's super cool. Also has lap tracking, so you enter the length of your pool and it tells you all the different laps and times and all the basic stuff that a watch should do if you are using it to swim. And also last two features, S-Wolf, stroke efficiency, and automatic interval tracking, as well as interval lap table. When it comes to triathlon and multisport use, here's where I'm not so sure about this watch. Everything else up until now, I absolutely love. But again, being honest, I'm still in this learning curve moment where I'm trying to figure out how to navigate with the 3 buttons to switch from one sport to the other sport. But I believe that ultimately it will be awesome because this watch has so many great qualities, and I think really is just me. I'm just getting used to it. But it does have multi-sport features, and triathlon is one that is already built in, but if you want to build your own, you can. My final thoughts on the Suunto Race S are: this is definitely a running watch. Like, hands down, no doubt, if you are a runner or an ultra runner, you are going to tremendously benefit from this watch. The GPS is outstanding. The battery life is incredible. It is super lightweight, great design. You can do so many different things from this watch. So I highly recommend it for ultra running, trail running. For cycling and swimming, it's also solid. I think it's a great watch. It has all the important features, bells and whistles that every cycling or swimming watch should have. So, and I love the extra heart rate part where I guess it's reading your wrist heart rate, and it can tell your heart rate in the pool without having to wear a heart rate monitor, which is also something I always forget. So I think that's pretty awesome. For triathlon, jury is still out for me, but I will circle back and let you know what I think, maybe this summer. Otherwise, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think of the Suunto watch, if you've run in it or you use it for triathlon, which one you're using, or whatever watch you are wearing for your sports. Hit me up in the comments, like this video, and subscribe. Let's talk about the Peak Pro 9. This watch came out earlier than the Suunto Race S. The price for the Suunto Peak Pro 9 is $249. It came out in 2022 and was a powerful watch designed for small wrists like mine. I have a small wrist. Again, super sleek, modern, chic design. It's a 10.8 millimeter thin body, 100 meters waterproof with built-in sapphire glass, stainless steel, and titanium for select versions. It's been tested for diving up to U.S. military standards. Believe it or not, even though this watch came out earlier and the Suunto Race S is a more modern, more expensive watch, the Peak Pro 9 has more battery life, up to 40 hours of performance time, up to 300 hours if you're just wearing it like every day, day to day, no GPS or heart rate. This is also a great watch if you are an ultra endurance athlete and looking for something that doesn't break the bank but also great value and super long battery life. The Peak Pro 9 also has 95 plus sports modes. It also offers personalized training feedback with HRV, heart rate variability, syncs up with the Suunto app and the Training Peaks app and many apps out there. So if you're Strava or whatever you're using, the data syncs up with those apps. The tech specs for the Peak Pro 9 are 43 by 43 times 10.8 millimeters, 2.26 ounces, so it's a little heavier than the Suunto Race S. The bezel material is stainless steel, glass material sapphire crystal, case material glass fiber, reinforced polyamide, and the strap material is silicone. It also comes with a charger and instructions on how to get started. Some additional features: you can also control your music from this watch. It offers sleep tracking from deep sleep to REM to sleep quality, time awake, all the things you need to know about sleep. Also, it tracks, of course, your HRV, your heart rate. It has multi-sport features and also great for diving and free diving. If you don't know this already, Suunto made its name in the world of watches and diving. So it's definitely going to be a good watch for diving and for swimming, even though these are not the dive watches. When it comes to navigation and GPS, the Suunto Peak Pro 9 also is seriously awesome. It uses GPS, altimeter, weather tracking, satellite systems are GPS, GLONASS, Galileo. It has intelligent battery modes, which are performance, endurance, tour, and custom. Again, you could get up to 300 hours in tour mode, 30 hours in performance mode. It offers waypoint and route navigation. So auto zoom based on the route shape. You could do breadcrumb trail in real time, route planning with altitude profile, outdoor terrain and satellite maps, personal route library sync to watch, GPS track analysis, logging and sharing, GNSS frequency support L1. The Peak Pro 9 is stacked, and especially for that price. This is an incredible watch if you don't want to spend up to $500 and maybe you want to spend less money. This has incredible value, and my final thoughts for the Peak Pro 9 are, It's great for smaller wrists, and I have a super small wrist. It's a good entry-level Suunto option, as I said. If you're not looking to break the bank, you want something affordable that's like super top-notch function and design, this is the watch for you. Key differences between the two, because I'm reviewing these two watches. The Peak Pro 9 is from 2022, and the Suunto Race S is from 2023. The biggest difference, I think, besides the price, is that the Suunto Race S is a more premium watch from a design standpoint, but the Peak Pro 9 is more durable and is more of a like military grade type watch. Also has a longer battery life. They both are great for trail runners, ultra runners, cyclists, swimmers, triathlon, but again, I think the Peak Pro 9 is more rugged. It doesn't look rugged at all, but if we're talking design, it's not an AMOLED screen, it's not titanium, just those kind of like design features. And then again, like battery life, if you're looking for something with a longer battery life, like this one, the Peak Pro 9 might be for you. When it comes to GPS and navigation, the Peak Pro 9 might just have better navigation in tougher environments. So if you really are looking for a more rugged trail running type watch and you're out back, you might want to do a little deep dive analytics on the GPS for both of these watches. The Suunto Race S has multi-band GPS, which offers high precision in urban or forested areas, but it doesn't have the same total satellite coverage as the Peak Pro 9. And the Peak Pro 9 uses multiple satellite systems like I mentioned GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, Beidou, and QZSS. When it comes to processing power and touchscreen and functionality with the different buttons on the watch, I think the Suunto Race S is more advanced. It uses a new software, a faster processor, making it smoother. So there are some differences, but you pick which ones you prefer, you do you. I personally prefer the Suunto Race S for me. I don't need that much battery life, and I kind of like the design. So overall, the biggest differences between the Suunto Race S and the Suunto Peak Pro 9 are, so the Suunto Race S has newer design and a different display, which is AMOLED, AMOLED, which costs more to produce. A faster processor, it's newer. More advanced sports tracking features and algorithms, better HRV, better sleep tracking, and it's really Suunto's premium model for athletes. If you want something that's more durable, and I think they're both durable, but just saying, the Peak Pro 9 is a more durable sort of outback watch. It's military grade, it has sapphire glass, it's 100 meters waterproof. So that's like an entire pool, but turn it vertically waterproof. So if you're diving, this would be good. It has a much longer battery life and better GPS if you need satellite tracking. Overall, my biggest takeaway from this review and these watches is that Suunto is a great brand and has a huge portfolio of watches at a variety of price points. I think their design is top-notch, and if you're looking for a watch, you should definitely look at the Suunto watches. Personally, the ones I've tried, the Race S and the Peak Pro 9 are both great watches. I think if I'm gonna integrate this into my day-to-day training, I'll probably go with the Suunto Race S, just because I like the more top quality AMOLED screen, the faster processor, and all of those things, but they're both awesome. All right, over and out. See you next time. Hit me up in the comments if you have a Suunto, or tell me what sports watch you're wearing, which ones you like, what you're wearing it for. Also, subscribe to the video, like the video, and see you next time. Over and out.